Round one.
Tenebris!
What are you doing?
Defeat. Round two.
Do I have to kill all of them myself? What? You? That's execution. Take as many of them down as you can.
Victory! Round three.
Tenebris! Tenebris!
Your worst dog. Keep on. You can run your graves. Do I tell you for fight?
Victory!
Do I have to kill all of them myself?
Round four.
Tenebris! Tenebris! Tenebris!
Defeat. Round five.
Tenebris!
What are you doing?
Tenebris!
That is how it is done, you see?
Tenebris!
Defeat.
That's not a trial.
One. Victory! Round 2. Victory! Round 3. Victory!
Now that we've had a chance to play around with Shugoki for the first time in a live duel, let's check out what's actually changed with Shugoki in the training here. So, we've got our training bot, who's going to be our test dummy. So let's see what's changed. Starting off with lights, still 15 damage. Heavies have actually gone down in damage by 10. More specifically, side heavies have gone down to 30 from 40. And top heavies have gone down from 45 to 30. So there's a bit of a interesting amount of damage reduction that's gone on with Shugoki. But I think that's to help compensate for his new potential with his moveset. So let's see what has happened to his charged heavies. So go from side. They're 45, down from 60. And tops are 50, down from 60. Now, a thing that I noticed is that the second charged heavy actually does less damage. So our top charged heavy did 50. But if we do it from the second, it's 45. And our side charged heavies were 45, but done from the side on the second are 40. So there's a 5 damage discrepancy. Another thing you might have noticed during my attacks is Shugoki no longer gets passive hyper armor. See that I get staggered when I'm hit. Shugoki can only get this now when he actually attacks, because he's designed to be a trader, meant to trade attacks with the opponent. So you can get this with your light attacks, you can get this with your heavy attacks, you can get it with your charged heavies, you can get it with Demon's Embrace, if I do it right. There we go. You can also get it with your zone. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, Shugoki is now designed to trade with the opponent and not just sit there and wait. This also means that Shugoki can now no longer guard break you through your attacks, because he no longer has the passive pipeline. He has to actually attack back. Next, we have the Demon's Embrace Feint, which is now good. Does 25 damage, used to do 40. This is because they've also reduced the amount of health that it regens, but also how strong it is. But what it also does is it can regen our stamina back to full. So that's a new feature that that Shugoki has picked up from Shaman that will make the move just that bit more useful. So now, speaking of Shugoki's Demon's Embrace feint, Shugoki now has a much better feint game with his heavies, them being able to go into your charged heavy or cancel them into a Demon's Embrace. But also the timing on it. Before, Shugoki did have a heavy fade into Demon's Embrace, but you could only do it from a neutral heavy, and that's very easy to see coming. Now, you can charge up your heavy, and even feint it during the unblockable timing. So your enemy will see the unblockable, but you can still feint it, if done at the right timing. You can also still hard feint. So other things that have changed is Shugoki can no longer Demon's Embrace from neutral, even though you see me walking backwards and guard breaking. I can't do it, but you can still do it after a throw. So those wall splat Demon's Embraces are still possible, and in fact they're now actually easier to perform than before, because it is an immediate follow-up just by hitting the guard break button again. So no longer will you actually accidentally bounce off enemies when you throw them into a wall and Demon's Embrace at the wrong timing, which usually happened when you threw them behind you at close distance like this. Now that doesn't happen. The last change to Shugoki that a lot of people will be really happy about is Demon's Embrace no longer one-shots from critical health, as you can see here. It just heals me for the 25, no longer a one-shot at critical. Another thing that has changed damage-wise for Shugoki is his zone. No longer does he have the 2-hit swing for his zone. He now has a single sweep, like so. But this has also gone down in damage from 25 to 20. But it still has the gap closer that it used to have. It still gives you a little bit of reach, which Shugoki really needs sometimes, because his attacks tend to have very short ranges. Another thing I should mention before I forget is Shugoki's Headbutt has also had a change to it. No longer is it a guaranteed stamina drain after a successful hit, but it is now a move that you can dodge, and it can also be performed on a whiffed attack. It's also slower, as you can see. But the advantage to this now is that it can chain with your attacks. Before, it would stop your chain entirely after the headbutt. So now this actually gives more use to the stun effect that the headbutt gives. Because your opponent will have a hard time reading what's coming next. Will it be a charged heavy, or will it be a Demon's Embrace? So that's about it for the Shugoki changes. I'm really liking what they've done with him as a character. I like what they've changed with his moveset. It's been a much needed change. The damage reduction is a kind of... I am a little disappointed with the damage reduction on his attacks. But I can kind of see where that was coming from now that he has much more potential for aggressive behavior. If he kept his same amount of damage output, that would have been crazy, especially with his charged heavies, used to doing 60 damage, regardless of what direction you're attacking from. It's a bit crazy. So, that's about all. Thank you all very much for watching, and be sure to come back for more Shugoki Rework gameplay. I'm going to be playing him a lot. I'll also be checking out the Black Prior at some point, so watch out for that. Till then, see ya.